Okay, hello everyone. My name is
Raymond
Raymond
Oenbring.
Oenbring.
I'm the
I am
founder of
the
Antecedent
founder of
Writing
Antecedent
Analytics,
Writing
and I'm
Analytics,
also
and I'm
a
also a
full-time
full-time
English
English
professor.
professor.
Um,
Um,
we've been working
we've
on,
been
we're a
working
North
on, we're a
American
North
company.
American
We've been
company.
working
We've
on
been
this
working on this
technology for about
technology for
2
about
years.
2 years.
It's been
Been
tested
tested
at a
at
couple
a couple
institutions in North
institutions in North
America. We're
America. We're
happy with,
happy with,
we're really happy
we're
with
really
it.
happy with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
And
based
it's based
around
around
Collabora.
Collabora.
Um,
So yes, you may have heard that we are in the middle of a AI writing apocalypse. Uh, AI writing tools, they have their place, but they are unquestionably bad for people like me who are trying to get students to produce substantial pieces of written work that is their own. They learn something that they try. Um, Otherwise, there's no point. It's really bad. It's difficult for us to do our jobs and assign out of class work now. Unfortunately, in the AI era, Heiko says no one wants to play against a really good computer, and that's pretty much my whole life. Um, no. Yes. So you may have heard there's a variety of AI detection tools out there that were hastily thrown together after ChatGPT dropped. Basically, the consensus that's formed in academia is that they're pretty much useless, because they provide an unacceptable number of false positives and false negatives. Um, yeah, the false positives obviously being the most concerning in that, they're labeling authentic human writing as AI. Also, students can easily defeat these AI detectors by all they need to do is take their ChatGPT text, run it through a paraphrasing site like Quillbot, which many students were using before ChatGPT dropped. They would take someone else's homework, run it through Quillbot, and then they'd have original homework. Uh, and then yeah, so they can easily defeat AI detectors by using paraphrasers. And to me, actually, the worst is that the AI detectors are black box and they provide no evidence beyond the algorithmic judgment. Um, Basically, it boils down to, you have strong suspicions as an instructor, but there's no proof. And the student can always say, oh, I used Grammarly. As well, Grammarly is fully on board with generative AI anyway. So we're using a different approach, which we believe is more robust and more enforceable. So the way it works is that it is a browser-based word processor. Maybe you know one. The instructor creates the assignments. The students write their assignments in the browser-based word processor, and then it provides for the instructor robust analytics about the student's writing process. What I really want to see as an instructor is, apart from a high quality piece of writing, which comes cheap nowadays, is that the student tried, that they spent time, effort, editing, and revision. And that's where the real growth comes. And that part is detectable, the presence or absence of it. So this is what it looks like on the instructor side. This is one of our signature analytics, what we call the essay map. So it's a graph that shows the entire editing history of the document. So time is on the x-axis. The physical location in the text is on the y-axis. We flip the y-axis from a conventional graph, so that the origin is at the top and the end is at the bottom, like a written text. The green circles are paste-ins. The larger the circle, the larger the insertion. The red circles are deletions. So students got their ChatGPT essay. They just pasted it in all at once. This looks like a giant green circle. if they're being crafty and they want to type it out, it just looks like a straight line because there's no effort, no editing, no revision. They didn't do any work. They just typed it out. Right. So, and we as instructors can incorporate the effort into our overall assessment as a percentage of the overall grade. So time, effort, editing, and revision. So this is the student wrote the introduction, they wrote the conclusion, and they pasted in the body paragraphs essay. So that one gets an F2. Whereas we want to see something like this. Ooh. This is an ideal essay. So there's obviously a lot of time, effort, editing, and revision in here. It's fragmented, it's archipelagic, it's recursive. The student went back, they edited things. That's hard to fake. Yeah, so we also have these heat maps. So the hours of the day are the columns, the days are the rows. So as we can see, the student spent several hours over several days writing this particular assignment. That's a good sign. What we don't want to see is a single red rectangle, right? So those are all good things. We also have this rewind essay feature, which is an animation that you can queue up that shows the entire editing history of the document. It works with lorem ipsum, fake Latin, so it should work with your language. No, it's only been tested in English so far, but there's no language specific part of speech tagging, so we don't think that yeah, it should work with any Western European language. And yes, here I am last week at one of the largest English professor conferences in the United States, spreading the word about Collabora Online and Antecedent. We had really good discussions. We had really good discussions with a number of representatives from a number of major US universities. We actually got a more positive response than I thought we would. This is in Washington State, the very home of the evil empire, deep within Mordor. And I came here, still jet lagged. Yes, we'd like your help to bring our technology to Europe. I can say that some faculty at a major German university would really like to pilot. We've demoed it for them. They'd really like to pilot this, given a appropriate deployment. And thank you so much.